Now that we've covered nutrition, weight training, cardio, injury prevention, and fitness myths, I want to take this final lesson to explain to you the topic of progress tracking. I'm talking about objectively measuring your improvements in body composition from week to week. When most people embark on a fat loss or muscle building program, they actually pay very little attention to this aspect of their programs. In reality, progress tracking is one of the key ways to make sure that you experience the most dramatic results in the shortest period of time. After all, if you don't have a concrete way to measure your overall changes in muscle mass, fat loss, and overall appearance, how will you know for sure if your program is even working? Most people simply carry on each week in the hopes that they're on the right track. They glance in the mirror, step on the scale, and assume that this is enough information to determine if their program is really working. While this can often be enough to produce measurable results over the long haul, if you want to see the most explosive results possible in the shortest period of time, this is an obvious and costly error. Accurately tracking your progress will allow you to see if your program is being carried out as efficiently as it could be, and will help you to identify different areas of your approach that could possibly be improved. There are literally an endless number of different methods that you could potentially use to track your progress, but in this video lesson I'm going to outline the 5 key ways that I recommend that you do use. This is the most common method of progress tracking that people typically use, and while it should be included in your box of tools, relying on it as the sole means of tracking your progress is an obvious mistake. And the reason for this is simple, and that is that tracking your overall body weight only does not take into account your changes in body composition, which is the ratio between your body fat mass and your lean body mass. And when it all comes down to it, improving your body composition should be the ultimate goal of your fat loss or muscle gain program. Your goal is not merely to lose body weight or gain body weight, but rather to lose body fat and or gain muscle mass. Doing so will allow your body's metabolic rate to operate at peak levels and will give you that lean, shapely, athletic appearance that you're probably striving for. For example, if your goal was to gain muscle mass and all you did was rely on the scale as your means of tracking progress, if you simply gained a bunch of body fat, you wouldn't even know the difference. For that reason, there are 2 other methods that are actually much more important and that I recommend you place the majority of your focus on. Since your ultimate goal is to improve your body composition, tracking your body fat percentage and your lean body mass is going to be the most telltale sign as to whether or not your program is taking you in the right direction. There are several different methods that can be used to measure this, but for the majority of people, skin fold measurements are going to be the most practical procedure. Most of the body fat that you're going to be concerned with is located directly underneath your skin, and so by pinching your skin on various areas of your body using a body fat caliper, you can actually get a pretty accurate reading as to what your overall body fat percentage is. You can then combine your body fat percentage with your overall body weight in order to determine your lean body mass. Your body fat mass refers to all of the body weight that is derived from fat, and your lean body mass refers to any type of body weight that is not fat, such as muscle, bone, water, and glycogen. The formula to calculate this is actually very simple, and I'm going to show it on the screen here in just a second. This is definitely the most important aspect of progress tracking because it's going to show you how much body fat you're losing or gaining and how this is affecting your lean body mass from week to week. The underlying goal of a fat loss program is simple, and that is to maximize your body fat losses while minimizing your lean body mass losses. And the underlying goal of a muscle gain program is to maximize your gains in lean body mass while minimizing your gains in body fat. If you only ever used your overall body weight as your gauge for tracking your progress, and this is what most people do, you'd never actually know for sure if you were traveling in the right direction. For example, you might lose only a small amount of body fat but lose a large amount of lean body mass. The number on the scale would go down significantly when in reality you'd actually be experiencing negative results. Or on another example, you might lose a large amount of body fat, but maintain or even gain lean body mass. The number on the scale would only decrease slightly, when in reality you'd be progressing in a highly positive fashion. The only way to really know for sure how well your program is working is to measure your body fat percentage and to compare it to your lean body mass from week to week. If you're trying to lose body fat, then most likely you're also aiming to decrease your overall body size. If you're trying to gain muscle, then you're probably trying to increase your overall body size. To measure your changes in body size, you can check on all of your major muscle groups once per week using a basic measuring tape. The main areas that I'd recommend measuring are your chest, waist, hips, thighs, and upper arm. If you want to get really detailed, you can also measure your neck, calf, and forearm, but these smaller groups probably won't show any significant change from week to week. If you're like most people, then your ultimate bottom line goal in losing body fat or gaining muscle mass is to change the way that you look. So for this reason, you should definitely use your overall appearance as a gauge for tracking your progress. There are three main ways that I'd recommend using this tool. The first one is your appearance in the mirror. You're the one who wants to make this change, and you're the one who sees yourself every day. So using the mirror is one useful tool to track your overall changes in appearance. However, you should be very cautious with this method since our own perceptual filters often get in the way and they distort the way that we actually look to other people. So for that reason, I'd also recommend making use of before and after pictures. This is the best way to get an objective look at how your body is changing over time. Take a picture of yourself once per week and then compare the shots over time to see exactly how your appearance is changing. And the final method are objective opinions from friends and family. Obviously, there's no set method for using this tool, but if you run into somebody that you haven't seen in a while and they ask you if you've been working out, you can be pretty sure that you're on the right track. I would recommend making use of all 5 progress tracking methods that I outlined in this lesson on a once per week basis before any exercise sessions and before any meals. It's very important that you keep the same conditions every time you measure, since your diet and your activity level can have a significant effect on the readings. If you haven't been tracking your progress up to this point, then get started, because it's a very important way to determine if your program is taking you in the right direction. Leave the scale and mirror approach to the casual people who aren't truly serious about making a change, and start accurately tracking your progress if you really want to achieve an impressive head-turning body in record speed. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of this 6-part online video series. I shared all kinds of useful information that you can start applying right away to your program, and I hope you found this video series helpful. Make sure to check out all of the other items that came with the Total Body Fitness formula, including the weight training video tutorials, the progress tracking software, the fat loss meal plans, the muscle building meal plans, and the recipe book, as those will be a big help to you as well. All of the items in the Total Body Fitness formula will help you lay the groundwork for an effective fat loss or muscle building program. But if you're truly serious about this and you want to take your results to the next level, make sure to check out my complete, full-blown, step-by-step fitness programs that I offer. If your primary goal is to burn fat, then you'll want to check out the Real Deal Body Transformation System. If your primary goal is to build muscle, you'll want to check out the Muscle Gain Truth No Fail System. These programs are online bestsellers, and they have thousands of successful users in hundreds of countries worldwide, and I know they'll work for you too if you give them a try. Thanks again for watching this video series, guys. Take care.